This one's kind of long. As a former teacher, I believe a child's success is not just academic, but is also emotional. One definition of social emotional learning is the process of developing the skills, attitudes, and mindsets that help students succeed in school, work, and life. Social emotional learning focuses on students' basic needs for self-regulation, motivation, and social connectedness as prerequisites for learning. The question is, why are you for or against the SEL curriculum taught in the school? That is a social emotional learning.
Well, I think we get social emotional learning for our kids because they need to know how to regulate. And if they don't, then we have more behavior problems, and we do have behavior problems as a result of COVID. So those are instrumental in getting our kids to where they need to be emotionally. And plus, we have kids in our district that have come from trauma, homelessness, and all kind of different scenarios. So that is definitely a helping in their learning process.
Terry Senne, if you would answer the same question. As a former teacher, I believe a child's success is not just academic, but is also emotional. One definition of social emotional learning is the process of developing the skills, attitudes, and mindset that help students succeed in school, work, and life. SEL focuses on students' basic needs for self-regulation, motivation, and social connectedness as prerequisites for learning. Why are you for or against the SEL curriculum taught in the schools?
As it's currently being taught, I'm against it. I think, though, SEL could be actually done very well with teaching the topic of citizenship and how to respect others, how to take care of oneself, how to offer encouragement to others, and be responsible for actual assignments, getting things in on time, doing your best work. Thank you.
Debi Scaggs, if you would come and answer the same question that states, as a former teacher, I believe a child's success is not just academic, but is also emotional. One definition of social emotional learning is the process of developing the skills of attitudes, mindset that help students succeed in school, work, and life. SEL focuses on students' basic needs for self-regulation, motivation, and social connectedness as a prerequisite for learning. Why are you for or against the SEL curriculum?
As it is taught now, I am against it. When I was growing up, and probably as most of you, when you were growing up, it was called citizenship, and it was taught as you lived your life. So when you were in class, if you misbehaved, the teacher would explain to you your misbehavior, and there were consequences. And so there wasn't time taken out of the day to talk about how we behave or talk about your feelings and such like that. So as it's taught right now, I disagree with it, but I do think that it could be taught better, be utilized better if it were taught as a citizenship.
Barbara, if you would answer the same question and remain at the mic for the next question, please. As a former teacher, I believe a child's success is not just academic, but is also emotional. One definition of social emotional learning is the process of developing the skills, attitudes, and mindsets that help students succeed in school, work, and life. SEL focuses on students' basic needs for self-regulation, motivation, and social connectedness as prerequisites for learning. Why are you for or against SEL curriculum?
All of us depend upon social connections, and that's exactly what you have to have with a student, a connection. And being in classrooms, I've seen how you're talking about kindness and treating others with respect embedded in the lesson. It's not necessarily a separate lesson. We also have children who have a lot of issues where they might need a special place to have some downtime. That's an important aspect for children who are autistic, for example. Last week we had an educator of influence where we had seniors from every class, from every high school getting to talk about a great teacher, and everyone without fail didn't mention the subject that teacher taught as the most important thing. It was the connections that they made, the safety that they felt, the willingness to take a risk because that teacher gave them that. That's what social emotional learning is.
You remain for the next question, thank you. Just gonna go back and forth, logistics.